In our bustling modern world, true solitude is rare. Our minds are continuously bombarded with information, thoughts, and distractions. Yet what if genuine solitude could be the key to transforming your life? Miyamoto Musashi, the renowned samurai, believed it was. He dedicated much of his life to solitude, refining his skills and crafting his unique philosophy. In his final work, Dokkodo, or The Path of Walking Alone, Musashi presented 21 precepts that guide individuals toward a fulfilling life, enriched by the power of solitude. Join us as we explore Musashi's philosophy and discover how being alone can profoundly change your life. Who was Miyamoto Musashi? Before delving into Musashi's profound teachings, it's crucial to understand his background. Miyamoto Musashi was a revered ronin, a samurai without a lord, born in 1584 during Japan's era of civil wars. While his unmatched swordsmanship brought him fame, his deep wisdom is what continues to inspire us today. Musashi was not merely a swordsman who won over 60 duels, many of them to the death. He was also an artist and philosopher. His life was characterized by an unwavering pursuit of self-mastery, achieved through discipline, dedication, and, importantly, solitude. Musashi's concept of solitude wasn't about withdrawing from society like a monk. Instead, it was about achieving mental solitude, a self-imposed state where the external world's noise was silenced. He advocated for introspection and maintaining a clear mind free from distractions as the path to self-improvement. This philosophy was encapsulated in his Dokkodo, which means the path of walking alone. Through these precepts, he provided guidance on living without fear, regret, or distraction, emphasizing the importance of staying true to oneself. The essence of solitude. Musashi's philosophy emphasizes solitude not as isolation, but as a path to self-discovery and self-improvement. He believed that solitude sharpened his mind and body, allowing him to refine his skills and understand himself on a deeper level. In the tranquility and peace of solitude, Musashi found clarity, free from others' influence and judgment. This solitude provided an opportunity for introspection, growth, and understanding his strengths and weaknesses, unclouded by external noise. Musashi wrote, "Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world." He urged people to focus outward, to observe, learn, and understand the world while maintaining a humble sense of self. This approach involves removing ego and opening oneself to the vast knowledge the world offers. Such humble self-awareness, coupled with a profound understanding of the world, forges a formidable path towards self-improvement and personal growth. Applying Musashi's teachings in modern times, the lessons Musashi derived from solitude are not confined to the life of a samurai. They are timeless and applicable even today. Musashi distilled his insights into the Dokkodo, also known as The Path of Aloneness, or The Way to Go Forth Alone, a short work written a week before his death. One of the key lessons is the value of self-reliance. In the Dokkodo, Musashi states, "Do not seek pleasure for its own sake." This reminds us that fleeting happiness derived from external validation or material possessions does not lead to lasting fulfillment. Instead, Musashi urges us to find satisfaction within ourselves, our actions, and our personal growth. Another principle from the Dokkodo is, do not, under any circumstances, depend on a partial feeling. Musashi advises against acting impulsively based on transient emotions. Instead, he encourages careful contemplation of our actions and their consequences. Decisions should be made thoughtfully, fully conscious, and independent of fleeting feelings or external influences. Musashi also highlights the importance of being unattached to physical and temporal things. In the Dokkodo, he advises, do not hold on to possessions you no longer need. This counsel extends beyond material possessions to relationships, habits, and thoughts that no longer serve us. It is a lesson in decluttering our lives, both physically and mentally, creating more room for growth and transformation. In another precept, Musashi states, do not fear death. This is not a call to be reckless, but an encouragement to live fully and fearlessly. Understanding that death is a part of life, it prompts us to cherish every moment and take opportunities as they come. Lastly, he urges us to be detached from desire throughout our lives. This teaches us to free ourselves from constant yearning for more, which often leads to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Instead, It's about learning to be content with what we have while striving for self-improvement. These principles from Musashi's Dokkodo provide a roadmap for navigating life, emphasizing introspection, self-reliance, thoughtful decision-making, and detachment from the superfluous. Solitude in a modern world, today's world, is vastly different from Musashi's time. We are constantly connected, with technology tying us together more closely than ever. While these connections can bring us closer, they can also prevent us from truly being alone and experiencing solitude fully. Yet, as Musashi emphasized, solitude holds immense value for personal growth and self-understanding. How can we implement Musashi's lessons on solitude in our interconnected world? Practicing solitude. Firstly, we can practice solitude by regularly taking time away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. This could be through daily periods of silence and solitude, whether through meditation, walks in nature, or simply sitting quietly in a room. During these times, allow yourself to think, reflect, and just be. Digital detoxing. Secondly, consider practicing digital detoxing. Setting aside designated times each day to disconnect from our devices can provide much-needed space for self-reflection and inner peace. It's a way of asserting our independence from constant demands for our attention and creating space for solitude. Mental and emotional solitude. Thirdly, solitude is more than physical aloneness. It's also about mental and emotional aloneness. This means learning to detach ourselves from the need for approval, the urge to compare ourselves to others, and the desire to conform. It's about standing firm in our beliefs and decisions, even if they go against the crowd. Making solitude a priority. Lastly, make solitude a priority. Treat it as an essential part of your self-care routine, something non-negotiable. See it not as a luxury, but as a necessity for personal growth and self-understanding. The world may be different from Musashi's time, but the lessons he learned in solitude are timeless. By incorporating these principles into our lives, we can learn to not just be alone, but to thrive in aloneness, finding peace and fulfillment within ourselves. Embracing solitude, addressing the challenges. Embracing solitude isn't always easy. It often goes against our instincts for connection and social interaction. We may even fear solitude, associating it with loneliness, isolation, or rejection. In our connected world, choosing solitude can feel counterintuitive, even counterproductive. Differentiating solitude and loneliness. Firstly, it's essential to differentiate between solitude and loneliness. Loneliness is a state of emotional distress, a sense of being socially isolated or cut off. It's an unwanted state, a feeling of disconnection. Solitude, on the other hand, is being alone without feeling lonely. It's a positive and constructive state of engagement with oneself. Finding balance. Secondly, realize that solitude isn't an all-or-nothing concept. You don't have to retreat into a cave or live as a hermit to experience solitude. Instead, it's about finding balance. It's about incorporating periods of quiet, introspective alone time into your daily life. Intentionality. Thirdly, remember that solitude requires intentionality. It's a conscious choice, a deliberate act. It's about making time for yourself, for your thoughts and reflections. Embracing discomfort. Lastly, embrace the discomfort that can come with solitude. This discomfort can be a sign of growth, a sign that you're challenging yourself, pushing your boundaries, and stepping out of your comfort zone. Musashi understood the challenges of embracing solitude, yet he also recognized its benefits. Through his life and teachings, he gives us a blueprint for overcoming these challenges and harnessing the transformative power of solitude. Conclusion. The journey through the life and teachings of Miyamoto Musashi is a powerful reminder of the significance of solitude in personal growth and self-realization. The path to self-mastery often requires walking alone. The journey may not be easy, but it is undoubtedly rewarding. Perhaps as Musashi did, you too will discover that being alone can indeed change your life. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this exploration, please like, share, and subscribe for more philosophical insights.